This is Your Sports Swindon, and it's that time of the week again where I'm joined by Swindon Town legend Don Rogers. Don, thanks for joining me today.
No problem.
Here we are again to talk about the latest news topics and also obviously Swindon's last game.
Yep.
So, I want to kick off today firstly with further afield on other shores of Spain, as I'm sure you've seen that Barcelona and Messi penalty against Celta Vigo. It's caused a bit of controversy. Some people saying, it was genius, just a bit of fun. Others saying it was actually quite disrespectful to Celta Vigo. What did you make of it?
Well, it's not disrespectful. That's the first thing. I mean, it takes some doing that. Just, because when you run up like that, you want to hit it a lot harder than what you should. So there's a lot of skill involved. And I don't think with Messi, he's not that type of person. He's not disrespectful at all. So it's just a very good goal, really.
And he actually did that to chuck away the opportunity to score his 300th La Liga goal.
Yeah, which I couldn't really understand that, though. I mean, 300 goals is unbelievable. So, but yeah, it just shows you what the front three of Barcelona, how well they get on together.
Absolutely. It just shows that those three are just having a great time in that league. But does it actually cheapen that league? As we always say, it's two, perhaps even three teams, if you include Atletico Madrid. But more times than not, it's just those two teams fighting for it, and the other teams are there just to make up the numbers. Oh,
yeah, that is the problem. I mean, that those three teams are going to be at the top and somebody's going to be fourth. But it does ruin it, really, because, Real Madrid or Barcelona or Atletico Madrid have won it once. It's those three, they're going to win it.
Absolutely. And so that's it then. Not disrespectful. Nice bit of genius from the little man. Okay. So the next topic that I want to talk to you about is, obviously, we were here last week talking about the ticket prices of Liverpool, the walkout. And the Liverpool board must have watched our video because shortly after they made a U-turn and said, actually, no, we are going to scrap those £77 changes and we're going to actually reduce some of the ticket prices too. So a happy day for all.
That was brilliant. Yeah, our video worked, didn't it? So it was great, chuffed about that. No, it's common sense. Just common sense. With all the money coming into Premier League now, they didn't need to change the prices, so they've seen the light.
And so do you think it's actually a change of the times? I mean, yesterday Sunderland actually reduced their ticket prices next year. Obviously not so sure which division they'll be in next year, but nonetheless they've reduced the ticket prices. So do you think that's a change of the times?
I think it is, yeah. I think people are having to think now, because it is quite expensive to go to football, as we all know. So I think we might get a few more do that yet. They definitely won't put them up this year, anybody. I'm convinced of that.
They won't have the gall to do that.
No, they won't. No.
So the other financial thing I want to talk to you about is Lee Johnson, the Bristol City manager, has come out and said that with the parachute payments that are happening now with Premier League clubs and obviously the new TV deal that we've spoken about before, in 5 years' time, the lower league clubs are actually going to turn into just being feeder clubs for the bigger sides. Would you agree with that?
Well, it's always been like that to a certain degree, but I don't understand really what he means, because there's only three clubs coming out of the Premier Division, unless he means that those three teams will go back in the Premier Division again because of the money they're getting. That's the only thing I can think. But I suppose with all the money they're going to get, it's very difficult to improve your position, I would think.
Certainly, and he said that in 5 years' time, if you're in League One now and you don't get promoted to the Premier League by this 5 years' time, then there's no chance that you'll get into the Premier League. As a Swindon Town man yourself, is that a concern, or are you even thinking about the Premier League right now?
No, I'd like to see us get promoted to the Championship. That'd be good for a start. No, I think the Premiership is a long way off for a lot of teams in the First Division, Second Division, whatever you like. Even the Championship, a long way off. With all the money involved now, it's going to be very difficult for anybody to get in the Premiership and stay in there.
Okay, so let's go back in time, back to the weekend. We spoke again about the Colchester game. It was an important match, and the Robins overcame it with relative ease. 4-1 win. Pleased with that? Yeah,
it was a great result. I saw the goals on television and all that, and good goals. Looks like they went fairly easily, really. But it was important to get it right away from the bottom. That's the important thing. I mean, we're well away from it now, so it was a great result. Yeah,
9 points away from the relegation zone now, but only 11 off the playoff places. Can we dream?
Well, we keep looking at that. We were only 9 points, I think, not long ago, or 8 away from the playoffs, and then we went and lost a game home to Barnsley. So you can always dream. I mean, if you win 10 games in a row, you're in with a shout. Yeah, so that's the good thing about the 3 points. The season's never over.
And Blackpool next, obviously underneath Swindon, but in that mix of trying to stay up this season, do you think this game could actually shape the rest of the season? So if you beat Blackpool, you can push on, but if you lose to Blackpool, you're kind of back in the relegation mix.
Yeah, it's going to be another tough game. I think Blackpool, they lost last week, I think, but that's the first time they've lost for a while. I think they've climbed away from the bottom. They've done very well. But you'd expect us to win this week after the result we had last week, and then perhaps we will push on.
And will you be there yourself?
I shall be there. Yep.
Super. Cheers, Don. Thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Thank you.